My lovely wife, she's not here today. My lovely wife, I jokingly, we laugh about it all the time, and I have my own spin. And since she's not here, she can't give her side. But I say to people, my wife was chasing me all over the place. But in truth, in reality, my wife and I, we went to the same secondary school. She was 2 years, 3 years behind me. We knew each other. We were attending the same Christian fellowship, but we weren't friends. We just knew each other.
Okay. Then
we went to the same university. We knew each other. She was attending the fellowship I was pastoring throughout university.
Right.
Then I went to England and was attending a church there. We were not dating, we just knew each other.
Yeah.
And guess what? She's going to this church. I come into England and we were in the same church. And still nothing. Nothing. And then I started dating. I'm not supposed to be saying this.
Somebody else. I know that part of the story.
Okay, so I'm dating this other person, and she's like knowing about it, not saying anything, never said anything to me. Then I started the church. I was single, and she started attending the church.
Wow.
But just as a member, never did said or indicated in any way she had any interest whatsoever. And then my relationship with this other lady breaks down. And one day we're at a wedding reception, and she just walks past, and it's like, lights on. Hey, girl, who are you? That kind of thing. So eventually I prayed about it and approached her. I went to see her. Should I be saying this?
Yes.
I went to see her, and I said, look, this is what I feel in my heart. This is, I'd like you to pray about it. And I get up. Now, I had made up my mind, Kathy, that when I propose to the lady I marry, she will know I'm the one. And if in one day, 24 hours, she doesn't know it's me, then you're not my wife. Okay? So you know that thing where ladies want to be chased?
Yeah.
So I'm not for that at all. So I'm like, okay, you've got 24 hours, girl, even though I didn't say it.
Right.
Because I just feel, Adam
he just slept and woke up.
This is my wife, and she's like, yeah, let's get on the plan. So I'm like, I'm not doing this chasing thing. So I prayed, I'm like, please. And I get up, and she says, where are you going? And I'm like, I thought I should give you space to think and pray about it. And she says, sit down. Ooh. Where are you going? I don't need to pray about it. I've known you, my husband, for 10 years.
What?
I knew that. So I said, but you knew I was dating this other lady. She said, yeah. And I just said to myself, the day you go down the aisle and marry, I know it's done. This is over. But apart from that, that was it.
She should be the one sitting there because then I need to know, 10 years, you knew this is your man?
10 years, and she never, Kathy indicated she never. I almost fell over. We've been married now almost 3 decades. Our kids are now grown up. They've never heard us in an argument in all those years. They've never. Our house is very peaceful, our home is very peaceful, but the foundation is both myself and herself knew that this is what God wants us to be. And every marriage is hard work. But if you know the principles and you live by them, you can actually have. I was saying to Bishop Eric, I think 2 days ago, I said to him, I said, you know what, I said, I heard my father in the faith many, many years ago before I got married. And he was preaching somewhere and he said, I've been married 5-6 years and my wife and I have never had an argument before. And I'll be honest, I'm thinking, yeah, right. You guys are not being real. How can you be real? Yes. That's the way I thought at the time. 30 years down the road now, I'm like, oh, wow. You can actually have, my son says to me all the time, he's a lawyer now, he says to me, Dad, I'm just going to marry a woman that will give me the kind of home I grew up in.
Wow.
Very peaceful. My home's very peaceful.
Wow. I've heard you say that. You say that all the time.
Have I said that?
You are. Any pulpit you're on, you say that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, and like, the first time you said it, I said, Yeah,
Yeah,
you
right.
know. But you know, I hear you, and you spoke about your father in the faith. They celebrated, is it 40 years?
Yes.
Just last month,
Yes.
yes? And they said the same thing. And you're like, it's true, I agree. It is possible. Not that I'm in that space yet, but you know,
Yeah.
it is just possible.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah.
Wait, you said Christopher is a lawyer, your son?
Yes, he studied law. He graduated a while back. His sister is studying government and finance. She wants to be an ambassador and so on. Yeah.
And how does that make you feel?
Proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, proud. I tell you what, though, it's not the academic achievements. It's their faith, their character, their aspirations that make me feel, thank God, especially in that environment,
Yeah.
kids can go really funny. But God has helped my wife and I, and we have amazing kids. And I say that very sincerely. I have pastors and bishops from around the world who say, so what did you do? How did you do it? How did you get it done? And I often say, it's the grace of God and also following some fundamental principles. Because children learn more from what they see than what you say.